Hello everyone, I'm Barry Kempton, Artistic and Executive Director of the Schubert Club, and I'm delighted to have with me here Isata Kanneh-Mason, wonderful pianist, who will be here with her siblings, the Kanneh-Masons, all 7 of them, at the Ordway on May 7th of 2023 to celebrate the Schubert Club's 140th anniversary. Welcome, Isata.
Thank you for having me.
What can you tell us about this concert? Obviously, you don't want to give everything away, but there are seven of you, 7 amazing young musicians. You've done this kind of concert a few times before, I think.
Yeah, so I'm the eldest, and I did used to play the viola and violin, but now it's just the piano. And then next there's Breimer, and he plays the violin. He used to also play the piano, but the violin is his main instrument now. And then there's Sheku, who plays the cello. And then after him, there are 4 girls. So there are only 2 boys in the family. And then after that, there's 4 girls. So there's Kanneh, who plays the piano, but also the violin. And she will play the violin in the group concert. Mm-hmm. And then there's Janaba, who plays the piano. And she does actually play the cello a bit. I think she might also be playing the cello in the group concert as well, depending on what we play. And then there's Aminata, who plays the violin, and the youngest is Mariatu, and she plays the cello. What we normally do is we have a combination of chamber music and solos, so we'll have a few pieces of some people playing by themselves, and then we'll kind of get together in small groups, and then we also always have at least a couple of pieces of all 7 of us playing together. So I can say that it will definitely be a mixture of all of those combinations, and the repertoire is yet to be confirmed.
Right. Do you play arrangements sometimes as well, or is it all pre-written music for particular ensembles?
Well, the pieces with all 7 of us are always arrangements. So we always choose pieces of music or a combination of pieces of music, and we arrange them for all 7 of us. And then outside of that, then it's usually chamber music pieces, piano trio, solo pieces that are part of the classical repertoire.
Great. And am I right in thinking this will be the first time that the Kanneh-Masons, all 7 of you, are performing in a concert in the United States?
It will be, yes. We've never actually performed, all 7 of us, outside of the UK. So yes, it will be very exciting.
Where did you do it in the UK?
The UK, we've performed kind of all over, a few in London, often in Wales, and in our hometown of Nottingham as well. But we haven't yet. We have played together also in Antigua, where our family's from. Mm-hmm. So actually, we have played outside of the UK, but it will definitely be our first time in the States.
And we've seen a number of the videos that you've made as a family at home, right, in Nottingham?
Yes, that was mainly during the lockdown. We all went back home to Nottingham and spent kind of 5 months there or something. And so once or twice a week, we'd give online concerts to just kind of keep us sane and still connect with people.
Yeah, and that was a wonderful thing for you to share with us all.
Well, it was wonderful for us to do as well. It really kept us grounded. Otherwise, that whole time would have just felt so flat, I think.
Tell us a little bit about what it was like growing up in a big family with 7 siblings who are all very musical and presumably all practicing at the same time sometimes. Yes,
we were often practicing, all 7 of us at the same time actually. So we'd go to school during the day, and then we'd come home and we'd straight away have tea, which is dinner, but we called it tea. And then after that, it was straight off to practice. Sometimes a few people might have homework, but really the house was full of music until bedtime. And you'd hear music coming from all rooms, and you just had to get used to practicing with the sound of a violin and a cello or whatever happening at the same time. And so that was just normal family life for us. Aminata and Mariatu still live at home, but everyone else has left home now.
So it's getting a little bit easier to rehearse, practice at home.
Well, our house is a lot more peaceful in Nottingham. It's a lot quieter, but it's getting more difficult to rehearse together as a 7 because now we have to coordinate everyone's schedules, and some people have to come to London, or we all have to go back to Nottingham.
How many pianos do you have in the house? Did you have in the house?
Well, now we have 4, but I think we gradually accumulated that over the years because it got to the point where there were 3 pianists and we all needed to practice at the same time, and also everyone played the piano even as a second study, and so yeah, we had to have a few pianos.
Was your school particularly musical? How did you all get into music? Was it because your parents were musical, or your school was musical? What were the opportunities?
Our parents were musical. They're not professional musicians, but they have a deep love of music, and especially classical music. So we all grew up with music constantly playing on the CD player, in the car, and it was always a part of the home environment. So I think that's why we all started playing. And then we were lucky enough to go to state schools. We didn't go to music schools, but we went to state schools where both the head teachers just really loved music, and so there was an excellent music department, and they had concerts and lessons, and so music was a big part of our school life as well. And then we also used to travel to London to have our private lessons and studied there as well. But yeah, so we have many avenues through which we could enjoy music.
So you went to London every weekend, basically, for on a Saturday for lessons?
Yeah, every Saturday. Yeah, basically from the age of 10 to the age of 18. And as everyone reached that age, they all joined. And at one point, I think there were 5 of us all going down at once, either with my mum or my dad.
Wow. That's a great commitment from your parents to make all that happen every weekend.
Yeah, I'm realizing more and more now how much they had to sacrifice, kind of with the getting up early and taking us to all our many lessons. Yeah, I think we're really lucky to have had that. Hello, I'm Isata Kanneh-Mason, and I play the piano, and I'm thrilled to be coming back to the Schubert Club on the 7th of May 2023 with my whole family, with all of my siblings, to play a concert to support the Schubert Club in its 140th birthday.